Hi everybody, it's Charlotte here. I just wanted to say thank you very much for your support and liking my Travel Counselors business page. It's very much appreciated. And if you haven't liked it already, I'd be most grateful if you can just click on the link below and give it a thumbs up like. Thank you. Just to very briefly say that I'd be delighted to assist with all of your honeymoon plans. And that's be it if you just want to go to Spain for a week in the summer holidays, or whether you want to go off to the Maldives, or if you want to have an adventure, or whatever it may be. Even if you just want to go to Butlins, just drop me a message and let me put together a quote for you and go from there. Harrison just walked into the room. Come and say hello, Harrison, quickly. He wants to get involved in the video. Woo, woo, woo. Let's move on. Very quickly, I just want to give a quick chat, very quick chat about honeymooners and destination and bits and pieces like that. So if you don't mind, it's now 1 minute 14 into the video. If you can just share this video with your friends who are just getting married, and yeah, hopefully I can assist with their honeymoon plan. So share now. Great. Right, so hello honeymooners and grooms and brides to be. My name's Charlotte and I'm a travel counsellor, and really I just want to tell you that I specialise in honeymoons, and I would be delighted to assist with any honeymoon. I say any, this should only be the one and only honeymoon that you have. So people always say, where do I start, Charlotte? I don't even know where to start. Well, the first thing to think about is budget, time and weather. Now I put those three things together, and that's simply because they all tie in together very well. So budget. The average honeymoon is between £3,000 and £5,000, and most of the time people first think, I want to go for 2 weeks. Well, actually, if you have to go for 2 weeks somewhere mediocre, I want to go all inclusive. It potentially will be an experience that you know, okay, and you've had before. Whereas if you just shorten that by 10 days or even just a week, you can go somewhere magnificent and, you know, just have such an effect. I'll give you an example. Maldives. If you want to do 2 weeks, you'll get something okay in the Maldives. If you go for 1 week, you can get an overwater villa, you can go all inclusive, and you know, that's just an example. And that, again, of course, that ties in time. And I say time in terms of time of when you want to go. Most people get married in June and July, and they want to go away straight after the wedding. Well, first of all, they think that's what their plan is, but actually after having a discussion with me and talking with friends and family, what tends to happen is people have what you call a mini moon straight after the wedding, and that's like a city break or Santorini or something like that in Europe. And then they have their main honeymoon later on in the year, and they do that for a couple of reasons. First of all, weather. And many long haul destinations, the weather isn't great in August or July. Having said that, I've been to the Caribbean in the summer and the weather's been great for me. So it just depends. And okay, it's the Maldives, it's the Caribbean's rainy season, but it's not rain like we know it here. It's just short bursts of rain, and then the sun comes, and actually it's quite a light relief from the heat. So that's one of the reasons why people postpone their honeymoon to say October, November, December, or even the following year. Also, it gives you some time to save up for the honeymoon. So okay, initially you might be thinking that you want to spend £3,000, but actually, Charlotte, I've seen what we can potentially have, and I want to double that and spend £8,000. So it gives 5-6 months to be able to save up for the honeymoon. And think beyond the brochures. So you've seen the Maldives and the brochures, and it's where you want to go, and it's fabulous, but you don't really want to be on there for longer than 7 nights, because let's face it, it's stuck on an island. So and that's the same for a lot of destinations, and in particular I always get, well, I like to lie on the beach, but he likes adventure. So this is a once in a lifetime holiday. So really give it some thought about what you want to do. Now, you could do like what works really well is a West Coast California road trip and then go off to Hawaii or the French Polynesia. Fantastic trip, Bora Bora, for example. Or you might want to go, you know, gorilla trekking or something in Rwanda or Uganda, and go off to the Seychelles afterwards, or climb Mount Kilimanjaro. Just, you know, whatever you like to do. If you like walking, if you like cycling, just talk to me, and I've got lots of adventures that I can tell you about, and then you can tie those in with the beach and, you know, go from there. So that's one thing to think about. That's why I say it's great to come to me to talk about your honeymoon, because I've been talking about honeymoons forever and I know everything about everything. So that's that. Finally, just very quickly, gift list service. So if you want people to, I say people, your guests, to contribute towards the cost of your wedding, we can set up a gift list service, and they can easily access that online. And there's a pretty picture of you both, a little story, and they can either contribute towards the cost of your honeymoon, or they can buy a bottle of champagne, or buy an experience. But also, normally this is chargeable, and I don't actually know any other operator or agent or who does this, but this is, look, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's got pictures on the front of that, and it's a little keepsake gift box. And inside, it's got a little honeymoon book, which is great. This is so cute. It's a keepsake book. I'll take it out and just show you. This is there, and inside you can see, oh, pages. So that, for example, is your guest list for the wedding, and it's got planning your perfect honeymoon. So it's got lots of good, cool tips in there. Inspiration, a little bit about what I was just talking about. You know, inspired to think of something a bit different. Yeah, it's just got all sorts of, oh look, it's got your itinerary and thoughts and ideas, preparing to travel, and so on and so on. So yeah, and just want to reiterate that, you know, when you book with me, it's not transactional. You are able to contact me 24/7. Well, let's be reasonable. You know, any time between 9 and 9 o'clock at night, you can call me and ask me any questions, whether it's garden visas or you want to add something on, or whatever it is, you can contact me. So below is my contact details. Send me an email, give me a call, and let's chat. Thank you. Bye.